Hey all, GZ here for the third take, possibly. I have to share that information when I did anyway. So, this is a Stone Evolution only tournament. Pokemon that evolve with the items with Stone in its name will be allowed in the tournament, and this is the National Dex rules. I didn't realize that would make the team. This team is hosted by Nico Ryurko. I enjoy watching her stuff. She's a new attack girl, and I recommend you if you want to see a Mute Cat Girl VTuber play some Pokemon and other games, I'm going to be linking the thing to the tournament in the description. So let's go over the team preview for the singles game. Then the next video we do to cover the doubles game. Let's go start here. Alright, so we're going to start with Vikavolt. Vikavolt is probably the MVP of this tournament, and it's actually a strange set of 3 leads, potential leads. Vikavolt, Ninetales, Forestlass, so we're going to be going into Vikavolt first. Vikavolt's goal is basically a sash, use Thunder Wave and Sticky Web. The goal is really to try to get Sticky Waves or paralyze something. Bulldoze is built specifically in case, I encounter something that I can't really exactly get the Sticky Webs out, but I want to lower the speed of. It also covers for Hisuian Arcanine and getting a speed drop on that as well. I could have run Mudshot, but Mudshot's inaccurate, so I went with Bulldoze. And really, I just use it for the speed drop. In Discharge, you get a potential para and Thunder Wave. Alright, next. I'm going to be going into Frostlass. This is what you call a suicide lead. It's mainly there to set up screens, potentially get a few spikes, and use Decidueye to get other Pokemon down with it. Take a Pokemon down without having to attack. The ability Care Spotting comes up with quite a few games and is used in one game specifically that was a really close game. It has a strange EV of 240. I have to call it the 240, 252, and 88 combo, where you have 8 in both defense and special defense, but you have 240 HP. Or usually HP EVs close to max, but not all the way max, but you get a few defense points. So you fully utilize the fully defense. This is usually used in frail utility leads that. Since I could do item clause, there's an item clause in place. I use the light clay item to set up reflect, light screen, spikes, and Destiny Bond. So that way, I have, just so I can potentially get the screen off, either one spikes or Destiny Bond. But mainly, I'm trying to get Destiny Bond off to make the other player one of the fastest Destiny Bond users in the set. So, in the format. So, we're gonna go into Ninetales here. Ninetales is actually Heat Rock, Drought. The Heat Rock, just max HP speed. Nothing really to note here. But what is to note is that it's got Scorching Sands and Healing Wish versus something like Solar Beam, which it would normally carry. Well, some people Ninetales carry Solar Beam, but I didn't carry it specifically because there's another Ninetales which is actually faster and also has the ability to set up Snow, which in the next part of the video, we'll be talking about the doubles teams and what that team is. What the set is: Energy Ball, Flamethrower, Scorching Sands, and Healing Wish. Healing Wish does come back in one game because I needed to set up a Sticky Web to win the game. Alright, next. We're going to be going into the Clefable that I did not use the entire tournament ever. Well, I used it in doubles. I didn't use it in the singles game, but we did use it in casual game. I'll be linking one of the casual games where it really goes ham, and I won't be just showcasing it in the video. Out of respect for Neko Yorko's wishes, but I will link a casual game in the description for those that want to see the Clefable go ham and what it can really do in a Sticky Web, at least in this format, or potentially other formats, if you adjust for EVs properly. So this Clefable is Moonlight, which basically is 1/4 health if it's in rain, in snow, and sand. I think in sun, it will increase. It will have the HP. In sun, it will be 2/3, and in normal conditions, it will be just 50%. Answering Flamethrower and Moonblast and Calm Mind with a Life Orb. Now this, and it's actually a Modest Nature with very specific EVs. I figured I need to outspeed things and with a speed drop, and this is just exactly that. So it would outspeed most targets. And yeah, so this hits harder than you think. It's really powerful, and I'll put that game in the description for those that want to watch it. It won't be showcased here. Now, let's go into one of our main sweepers of the team, Arcanine. Arcanine is actually running an Assault Vest with an Adamant Nature. And the reason I'm running an Adamant Nature instead of like a Jolly Nature, which normally people would run, because I'm running Sticky Web and I'm running an Assault Vest. I'm not running like a Scarf or anything. So I want, since Assault Vest fits, because I'm only running attacking moves, so Head Smash for major damage, you know, Head Rock combos with Rock Head real well. And I got lucky with the Head Smashes, I'll be honest. I used Flare Blitz, Close Combat, Extreme Speed once. It's max attack, max speed, and 4 special defense EVs. Next, we're going to be going into Cloyster's role of the team. Cloyster actually has a move I didn't use all tournament. I only used 3 moves. But I'm going to be going over its last move first. So I probably should have put Rapid Spin on this thing, but I wanted to put Toxic Spikes just to have another hazard, though I never really used it. So I didn't really get a chance to use it, or had to use it. So if I were to change the set for next time, I am definitely 100% going to be putting Rapid Spin on the thing. I'm just saying. I know what else to put here, so I threw Toxic Spike. And you might notice my EVs are a bit weird on the set. So I ran Shell Smash. With White Air, you know, that's kind of normal. And Skill Link, which is kind of normal. So Rock Blast and Icecluster Spear. I could have put Ice Shard on this thing, but I didn't. Probably should have, to be honest. But yeah, so Toxic Spikes is really strong. And I didn't get to use it, but so let's get into the EVs of this Pokemon. So you might be noticing I'm not running full speed investment on Cloyster. The reason for that is I wanted to pair it with Sticky Web. And Sticky Web is a very important move on this team. It really holds the team, sticks the team together, so to speak. It webs it in its favor. So you might be noticing I'm running a bit odd of the stat spread. I'm not running full attack, I'm running mostly full attack. And the reason that is I want to run a bit of a defensive investment because I feel like as really lacking as this Cloyster's HP is, I feel like having a really good defensive, 421 defense is still a lot of defensive nothing to scoff at. And by running a Jolly Nature along with a little bit of defense, and most of the speed investment I'll need outspeed with the Shell Smash and Sticky Web. I could probably most likely outspeed pretty much everything I'm going to need to in this format, period. And the 100 defense EVs to mainly tank hits that would normally otherwise get after defense investment. The 232 EVs and attack is more than enough. Alright. I will pause the video and I'll be right back and I'll be getting into the game. What I get there. Alright, I'm back with the first team. We're going to be showing it off on the screen now. So here it is. Me versus Brandon. Or Pichu 172 here. So we're going to be starting with this. We're going to be going over each play. We're going to be explaining why I did it. So here we go. Alright, so question comes out. And I said and pick a poll. Now, what I wanted, so I have the Vocastash, and you know, I wasn't sure what the Fortress is his nickname, so I went for a Discharge, fully expecting a Shell Smash or something along those lines. But based on this, based on how much you're going to see I outspeed this thing, this is probably a utility set. So you're going to see right now that I have speed. You go for Discharge, I'm like, wait, I outsped there? Usually Cloysters like to tend to run max speed and Shell Smash and Sweep. So this must have been a Spiker set, where it spikes Rapid Spin, probably. Electric spike, maybe like a surfer explosion or something. But killing that right away is great. I'm not complaining. Really good. So now they're gonna be going into the playable, and I'm actually gonna be getting a Thunder Wave off because Magikarp does not prevent Para in this generation. If I'm not wrong, I know it's like it used to, but I think in this generation it will still be you have a chance of being fully paralyzed. I might be wrong there on that, but I think in this generation it does be paralyzed in this gen. So maybe I'm wrong. We're gonna set they paralyzed it. Let's keep your opponent out of the way. So they're gonna set up their Calm Mind. I'm actually gonna be setting up my Sticky Web here, and this is to prevent set up for later. So we got a Frost Dance here, and actually they use Draining Kiss. And look, that crit was really good because it allows me to feint another thing. I can just feint here because I don't really need the spikes for this team. So they're going to be feinting along with me. And now I'm going to be going to Ninetales. Electro will be coming in. And I'll be, just flamethrowering. And, yeah, this is going to kind of hurt. So Raichu comes out. Their speed is lowered. A flamethrower for more max damage. They're going to set up Calm Mind for some reason, which I don't know why. Like, their speed is pretty low. And they're too slow to outspeed. So I'm going to flamethrower again, killing the Raichu. And, I'm going to go into Honchkrow, which is a really strong Pokemon. I should get an Arcanine here. Potentially tanking like a Brave Bird or something like that they probably won't want to use. But they go for U-turn, oddly. And they go on a Glade, which is a good answer. But unfortunately, they're faster than me. And they'll win. So I'm just going to go for a Flare Blitz. And then they're going to go into Honchkrow. And that's going to be the game. Alright, I'll be putting up the next game, and I'll be right back. So, you're back with the next game. Alright, now on to the games. So they have a team of Togekiss, which I think was going to be, I didn't realize was going to be here. Hisuian, Lilligant, Starmie, which could be pretty bad if they have Rapid Spin. Chandelure, Jolteon, and Chinchino, which I was really scared of because they lead it one of the first games that I was watching the tour. I saw them lead it, and I think it was really scary. But I'm not sure what their EVs were or if they had any. But it was interesting. So we're gonna be playing thing. All right, let's go. They lead off Chinchino, Cinnamon. I'm gonna go into Vikavolt here, and I'm gonna be trying to set up my Sticky Web or potentially getting a Para off. And I'm gonna go. I think I go Thunder Wave here. Should go. I think I go Thunder Wave. Yeah, I go Thunder Wave. Yes. And Thunder Wave is very important. And actually gonna be setting up the Sticky Web. And now they're paralyzed, and I get to outspeed pretty much the rest of their team. So I'm saying a Frostlass, and I do set up the Reflect, and they get a Fully. So I'm gonna set up the Spikes. Then they're going to Rock Blast me, which surprisingly does less damage than I thought to me, so that's probably because I had the Reflect though. So I'm going to set up the Light Screen, and I didn't expect to really get this far with Frostlass, to be honest. They probably really got unlucky with the rolls. It barely lived those, and now I'm actually going to Destiny Bond, but unfortunately I get fully parried, so I'm like, well, let me just set up a Spike. They switch out, and now Jolteon is slower than me. So I'm going to set up another layer of Spikes on the Switch, and then they're going to Destiny Bond. I'm going to Destiny Bond. They're going to Volt Switch, but unfortunately, we both kind of go down here. Gino is going to be coming out. Cloyster's going to be showing up. And now I have for free access to setting up a Shell Smash because the Bullet Seeker isn't really too much because of the Reflect still being up. This is important because I want the Reflect to still be up. And luckily no crits happen here. I don't have the, the other thing that like prevents the ability that prevents crits. So Iso Spear is gonna be definitely killing Gino here. And this is kind of a rough sweep. I do kind of sweep the team a little bit, so Icicle Spear just completely destroys this format. One of the most broken Pokemon in the entire format. So, one of the most broken Pokemon in the entire format is Cloyster. And this Cloyster just... It just nukes the whole field. Like, there's just nothing they can do about this. And yeah, that's pretty much the game. For that game. Yeah, so... Well, unfortunately the Diamond's in the rough now, and then Logan Hisui comes out, and, Spikes, Sticky Webs, just get Icicle Speared. Alright, well, I'll be right back with the next game, and yeah, I'll see when the next game comes around. Alright, I'm back with the next game, and this is an interesting team. We both have a very similar team, actually. And there's a funny story that happened in this game. So during the stream that the game was hosted on, what the games were hosted on, which I'll be linking also in the description along with that Fable replay. I promise that I'm not going to showcase. But yeah, so we're going to be going into the game now. Let's get into it. Finals, Delta Dex versus Goldazoa. Let's go. AKA me. I'll be setting their Ninetales. I'll be setting my Vikavolt in. I switched to Arcanine here because I kind of want to save the Vikavolt for later to tank another hit potentially. Because that Leafeon looking pretty scary. And my team doesn't exactly do really well against it in the sun. And that Leafeon definitely totally does have Leaf Guard, wink wink. Anyway, let's keep going. I do take the Flamethrower, and I am Assault Vest Arcanine, so I'll be able to take that quite easily. So now I just go random through a Head Smash, because why not? It really does have a switch. They really can't switch into Head Smash exactly real well. I'm surprised they didn't go for Scorching Sands. So, they probably didn't have it. I'm going to go into Vikavolt here. They can use Solar Blade and actually crit me, which is really bad. That was a big crit there. I should go into Frostlass and try to hopefully get a Disable off, sacking Frostlass. But luckily I got the Curse Body to activate on Solar Blade. So now that's down. So now this is a big play for both of us. I didn't want exactly. This is where the match had an intermission, and they had to be right back, and they had to do something. But now, I knew they were going to stay in here with Solar Blade being disabled, and probably having their only way to take out Ninetales. And it said, "Oh, I'm probably going to go into Flamethrower." So I'm like, well, I'm going to go into Flamethrower. If we're going to Flamethrower, I'm going to switch to Arcanine. And I was thinking between using Flamethrower, Energy Ball, and Earth Power. Not Earth Power, I mean Scorching Sands. So I go for the Scorching Sands, reading the fact that they're probably going to switch into Arcanine, predicting Flamethrower. That's exactly what they do. So go for the Scorching Sands. They're doing a lot to Arcanine now. It's really big. That's really big damage. And now they're gonna go to Mismagius. I'm actually just gonna Fuzzy again. And they compliment his Nice Read. So now they're gonna set up a Calm Mind. And now I'm gonna go for a Flamethrower just to do a bit of damage. I get the burn. It does offset the leftovers a little bit. But I don't think it really matters really. So I'm gonna set up another Calm Mind. And I'm actually gonna go for the Healing Wish, trying to bring back Lickable. Its health back up. And this is important, I'm gonna explain why in a minute. So the reason why I wanted to bring back Lickable's health back, because I needed to re-trigger my stash so I can get my sticky webs up. I figured this is a good opportunity to get my sticky webs up, and Arcanine can tank a hit from this thing because it's Assault Vest. So I'm going to go for Shadow Ball. It's going to trigger my sash, and now I'm going to get those webs, those iconic sticky webs. And now I'm going to let Invicta Bolt faint, pre-calculated. And now I'm going to send out Arcanine now, and then Arcanine's pretty much going to get a clean sweep, hopefully. Okay, I do live the Shadow Ball, thankfully. And I'm just going to go Flare Blitz. I mean, there's not really much I can do. And Arcanine comes out, and then they're probably going to try to Extreme Speed, which is fine. I'm actually going to go for the safe close combat. I could have went for Head Smash, that would have been really dangerous, so I didn't. So I'm gonna Arcanine die as a pre-calculated gesture. Before Blister comes out, the speed is lowered, and then the White Herb does get triggered there. And now I'm gonna go to my own Cloyster. I'm actually gonna go for a free Shell Smash here because why not? I'm gonna do my Shell Smashing, and now I have my own right arm trigger, and this just and the very reason for that sticky web was to outspeed the Leafeon. Sorry if my voice sounds a little hoarse. I don't know why it does. And it just gets decimated by Poison. Leafeon comes out. I'm just gonna Ice Cold Spirit, and even with the Chlorophyll, my speed's just enough to outspeed with my double speed, and the investment having speed. So that is the game. Remember, games are the singles games. And I will be hosting the doubles game tomorrow. So, double games tomorrow. So, if y'all like, leave a like. And make sure to subscribe to our channel. And I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Bye-bye.